All right, we're gonna do 8-1 together. This is 8-1 video part 1, and then it's gonna end and you're gonna do a second video. So today we're gonna talk about classifying and evaluating polynomials. If you need to pause this video at any time, pause and feel free to write down. So a polynomial is a monomial or a sum of monomials. A monomial means one nomial, it's one piece. There's some that have special names, and that would be a binomial, so that's a sum of two monomials, or a trinomial, a sum of three monomials. I think we've talked about monomials before, but I'll add this over to here. A monomial is a number, a variable, or a product of numbers and variables. Okay. So 7 is a monomial, 6a squared is a monomial, b squared c is a monomial. Okay. And then if there's two of those added together, that would be a binomial and a trinomial. So now we're going to take a look at some expressions, and we're going to see if it is a polynomial, and then we're going to tell what kind it is using our words up here, monomial, binomial, trinomial. Okay. So the first column is going to be your expressions. The second column is going to be a yes or no, is it a polynomial? And then the last column, what kind? So here's your first expression, 3x minus 3yz. Okay. This is a polynomial because each of these are monomials. It's a number, a variable, or product, multiplication of them. So yes, this is a polynomial. It has 1, 2 pieces, so that would be called a binomial. Our next one here, 8 n to the third plus 5 minus, to the negative 2 power. Our negative 2 power here, this is going to actually move our n to the bottom, which makes a division. And this right here says the product, not a division. So this one's going to be no. And if that one is no, then it is not a it is not any of these over here. All right, here's our next one. It's negative 8. Okay. That one's a yes because it is a number, so it can be a polynomial. Okay. And it's just this one piece here, so that would be called a monomial because it is only one nomial. Okay. And then our last one, 4a squared plus 5a plus a plus 9. Okay. All of these pieces are multiplied, so yes, this is a polynomial. But in order to figure out which kind of these it is, we need to see if they can do any combining. And right here, these a's, they can be put together for 4a squared plus 6a plus 9. Now we can talk about what kind of polynomial it is, and this one is a 1, 2, 3 trinomial. So on your assignment, make sure none of your terms can be combined together, your like terms. All right. Write a polynomial to represent the area of the shaded region. So I have a shaded region here. This is one reason polynomials can be really helpful, is to find some unknown region. We know that the outside is 2x by 4x. The inside is 2x by x, and so we are going to write an area of this. In order to find the shaded area, we need to find the area of the big rectangle, and subtract from that the area of the small rectangle. So remember, area is just length times width. So here we would have 4x times 2x, which we multiply our numbers. 4 times 2 is 8. X times x is x squared. And to subtract from that, we need to do the area of the small. Same thing, length times width. So we would have 2x times x. There's only one big number, so we'll make that 2x squared, and then we'll subtract them. So we have 8x squareds minus 2x squareds means we'll have 6x squareds left. This is the polynomial for the region that is shaded. If we wanted to, if these exponents were in exactly the same letter, an exponent number, then we would just leave our answer like this, but because we're the same, we can subtract them. All right. Next, we're going to talk about our degree of our monomial and our polynomial. So a degree of a monomial, or the degree of a term, is the sum of the exponents of the variables. The degree of the whole polynomial is the greatest degree of any term in the polynomial. So let's do some examples to find what the degree of our monomials are and the degree of our polynomials are. So find the degree of each polynomial. So here's my first one for you. I'll give a little note to hide this one. Okay. So we have a monomial here. So all we're going to do is find our exponents and add them together. So this would be an m to the first power. There's always an imaginary 1 there. And we would add the exponents together. So we would have 1 plus 2 for a degree of 3. There is no other term there, so that would be the degree of our polynomial. But now if we look at this one, the one I hid from you, we have 1, 2, 3 terms here, and so we need to add and find the degree of each monomial before we find the degree of the polynomial. So we're going to add our exponents. So I'm going to have 2 plus 2 is 4. This one just has a 2. This one has no variable, so our exponent is 0. And then the degree of the polynomial would be the biggest number there. My biggest number here is a 4. So that would be the degree of this polynomial. I want you to see if you can find the degree of C and D. Once you do, I need you to go have your answer checked and then come back and watch video 2.